There was rain forecasted for the Yorke Peninsula, and that was supposed to arrive about 1:30 in the afternoon, but that didn't stop us from heading down there and having a look at some jetties and some camping locations as well. Not every location on the Yorke Peninsula that we called into did have a jetty, but for those that didn't have jetties, it was certainly a nice place to stay and camp. The rain didn't come until about 3:30, giving us a great day out on the peninsula. I'm Mick, and this is Sally. Together we've been caravanning Australia since the 1980s, and more recently we started to put the videos together just to show you some of what we see out there. There's a lot to see in Australia, and we hope you enjoy what we have here to show you. You can follow us on our trips via the following social media platforms. If you like the following video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. G'day everyone, we've come for a bit of a drive on the Yorke Peninsula just to run a few k's up on the Land Cruiser so we can get that suspension rechecked after its upgrade. And we're just checking out some of the jetties and a few of the camping locations as we go. So a bit of a different video this one. We haven't got the caravan on tow this trip, so we'll try and get most of it done before this storm. It's now late in the afternoon before the storm comes in and makes a mess of it. So I hope you enjoy the video, something a little bit different. It was 7:30 when we left home to go on this road trip, and we knew that we wanted to get down to Edithburgh and across to Point Turton and certainly to Wary Beach, and then to make our way back to home after that. It was just before 9 o'clock in the morning when we finally arrived at Ardrossan, and once we got there we went to the lookout, which gave us great panoramic views out over the ocean. On a clear day you can see a long way from up here, and unfortunately with the hour of the day that we were there the sun was shining straight at us, but that was a bit unfortunate. But certainly plenty of room in the car park, plenty of room there whether you're towing a caravan or not. They cater for everyone to come and pull up there. We were certainly enjoying some nice weather at this part of the trip. We had nearly all 100% blue sky and very little wind, made it nice to be out and about. There's very easy access to get down to the beach here with these ramps. There's no steps, so nice graduated slopes to walk down and to come back up on. The Ardrossan area, and I guess the jetty in particular, is well known for the blue swimmer crabs that the people will catch from it during the summer months. It's a safe jetty. It's got rails on both sides and very safe for kids to go out there with you. The cliffs here along the water's edge, if you're here at the right time, they'll turn a very bright red colour to look at, and you can get some very nice photos. Now I've never actually swam at this beach, but I have walked out onto the sand. You might think looking at it it'd be all mud and not very nice to walk on, but I don't think that's the case at all. So if anyone's got any experience here, can let us know. Please leave a comment down below just to let us know what it's like. But as far as I'm aware, it's not sticky mud, it's just normal sand, not your normal colour. Once we leave the jetty, the road takes us up into the centre of Ardrossan, and it's there that we make a left-hand turn to start to head further south on the peninsula. Our next destination that we're going to have a look at was Black Point. It's not a very big distance between all these locations that we're going to visit today, and here we are now on the edge of the boat ramp boat trailer parking area, and it's 9:30 in the morning. As I walk down the side of the road that goes down to the boat ramp, I'm soon down onto the beach, and there to the right hand side you can see a set of wooden stairs, and that's one of the 2 access points from the caravan park here at Black Point, and those stairs alongside with the second set bring you down onto this magnificent beach. As I was walking along the beach, I noticed a boat here coming into the boat ramp to come out of the water, and I thought, well, he's pretty smart. He's seen the bad weather coming in, so he's gone out early, done his fishing and coming in and giving it away. But lo and behold, next thing there's another one coming in and then another one going out, so I wasn't quite sure after that, but still nice weather at the moment. Perhaps it's the sheltered bay area, but it's one of the few areas on the peninsula that hasn't got a break wall around a boat ramp. As we started to head towards Port Vincent, the sky was still blue, but those clouds were forming. It can be a very pretty drive coming down into the township of Port Vincent. And here we are now coming in onto the foreshore road, or the road that goes around the foreshore. We've got that morning light on the water, so that's sort of disguising the blue a bit, but it can be very, very pretty. Port Vincent, like a lot of towns in this area, they've put a great effort into presenting their foreshore area well, and it makes it very pleasant for people to visit. Any beach with a bit of green lawn, a nice sandy beach area, and then the blue water to go with it, you just can't go wrong. There is an old wharf here at Port Vincent, and what the fishing's like from it, I would have no idea. Only the locals would know that, I guess. It might be an early morning thing or a late evening, I'm not really sure. It's now 10:15 in the morning and the town's starting to come to life with plenty of traffic and plenty of pedestrians going about their business. We still had a lot that we wanted to see, so it was time to keep moving south. Within 30 minutes arriving at Port Vincent, we were now doing that left-hand turn to take us into Stansbury. Stansbury, very similar to Port Vincent, has done a great deal of work on its foreshore area with its green lawns and a lovely looking beach. And then as you get further down, you come into the kids' playground, and it doesn't matter what age you are, there must be something in there that would entertain anyone. Yorke Peninsula certainly has some great walking trails for those who enjoy the walking lifestyle. Now down towards the caravan park area, there's some well manicured green lawns down that area, and as well as that they've got the overhead shades, and underneath the shades there are barbecues and tables. If you don't want the shade, they've also got the barbecues out in the open if you want to enjoy a bit of sunshine. In the main centre of the town is this mural here which is on the building, and it's all one continuous mural. Even though I've videoed it here in different segments, it continues on from one piece to the next. Now we move on to Wall Bay, and there is nothing in this area here other than the residential area, and it's only a small residential area, and the Wall Bay jetty. It's only a very small jetty, this one, but the only access to it for people that want to go down and fish off this jetty is on the road that we're taking the vehicle down on now, and that's if you've got a trolley of any kind that you're walking all your fishing gear down with. There's no other way of taking it. I believe there is one set of steps that come down from a lookout above, but of course that's steps and that's no good to run a trolley down. This jetty is well known amongst fisher people for good catches of squid, and you've only got to look at the black ink here on the jetty, and that's testament to the amount of squid that must get caught. The jetty has rails all the way down both sides, so once again very good for young children, and with that it's a very safe swimming beach as seen here. There is a boat ramp to the southern side of the jetty, but of course you can only use that when the tide's right. As you stand out on the jetty and look back towards the beach, you can see the Wool Bay lime kiln. When back on the hard ground, a set of steps here will take you up to the kiln, and that will allow you to walk inside the kiln. And if you follow these steps right to the top, that will take you to one of the lookouts that I mentioned earlier on in the video that overlooks the Wool Bay jetty. From Wool Bay, it's a very short drive into Edithburgh, and here, as soon as we get to the town square, we do a left-hand turn and head down to the foreshore. No doubt about it, the row of houses here certainly have great water views. I'm not sure how deep the water is around the Edithburgh jetty, but it's certainly renowned for the divers that come over and dive around the jetty, and this one, unlike all the other jetties along the coast so far, has only got these rails part way out on the jetty, and then it is all open, so need to be very careful when you've got young kiddies out there. The shelter shed's out towards the end of the jetty. Got to be very good for windbreaks all those days when it's trying to rain. I wonder how many years it's been since a large water vessel has been tied up against this jetty. It's a great jetty, this one, for fishing if you're here at the right time, but unfortunately not so great for the beach as a swimming beach. As we leave the jetty, we make our way through the centre of Edithburgh onto our next location. We actually pass through the town of Point Turton as we make our way out to Berners Beach. And this segment here is from when we were down here in August of 2023. We were the only ones camped there, but it's just to show you a comparison of how many we found on the day that we're there today. We knew it was going to be busy, but we're absolutely blown away by how many caravans and vehicles and boats were here. If there was a vacant piece of grass to park it on, you'd had something parked there. One thing these campers had in their favour this year, they were able to enjoy the cool weather and the beach, both at the same time around Christmas. With the morning now gone and the afternoon creeping up on us, as soon as we got back to Point Turton, we went to the tavern on Turton, and it's there we enjoyed a feed of locally caught whiting for lunch. The Point Turton jetty is a favourite location for fishermen, and as well as that, it's also a favourite spot for jetty jumpers. In the water between the jetty and the boat ramp break wall is the home to a local stingray, at least when he is at his home. When we were down here in the caravan park last August of this year, we got some very pretty sunrise photos here with the jetty in the foreground and the red clouds behind it. As already mentioned, the boat ramp is right alongside the jetty here, and with all those dark clouds building and the storm getting closer, there were a number of boats starting to make their way back to the boat ramp. South Australia has some very protected launching and retrieving boat areas with the break wall around the outside of the ramps. Very safe area to bring your boat into. As we started to leave Point Turton, that sky was getting very dark. From Point Turton down to Wary Beach, there was lightning on and off in the sky, and certainly as we got here, we got a couple of fellas here. We're not quite sure why they were leaving, whether they weren't happy with what was on the beach or they thought there was no room or just too much bad weather coming in, but they were off, and we slowly made our way towards the water. As we came up over that last rise to come to this camping area here up on the top, we could see that storm cloud coming in over the water. As we looked out towards the west here over the water, we had this massive storm cloud coming in, but you can't see it in this video here of course at the moment, but also to the south back towards Point Turton there was another storm cloud coming up from there as well. With a lot of lightning in that storm cloud, and we were standing up on a high rise here at the moment as we were videoing and taking photos, you just weren't sure where you were safe to stand. It didn't matter whether you were looking south now along the beach, very large number of people down there, or whether when you start looking north up the other way, there was caravans and campers for as far as you could see, and they were all enjoying the beach lifestyle over Christmas. It was now 3:30 in the afternoon and the rain was on its way, and I've just put together here some of the lightning that we captured as we were standing there watching it. There was people out walking around, driving around. The lightning wasn't worrying them, but I don't know, if you reckon it was dangerous, just let us know. With the rain now starting to fall, and before long it was very heavy, we thought we might as well hightail it back to home. So that was the end of the videoing for this day's outing. So until that next video goes up, you take care and look after yourself. If you like the video that you just watched, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of our videos, click on the subscribe button. And once you've done that, change the bell notification to all. That way every time that we do uploads to our YouTube channel, you'll be notified.